Ladies and gentlemen, Season 21 gameplay. We're almost hitting the 40-minute mark. We're about to close out the GR. This is the last proc of the run. It's coming! Oh! Blasted them. We won! Man, are these Half-Life 1 sounds? This sounds like Half-Life 1. Big! The Twisters! Go! Yes! Look, this guy's getting wrecked. Oh, kite him in. Yes? Yes? And now we wait. Okay, let's go. Oh shit. Blast him. It's reflecting to me! What the fuck? The sand radar is reflecting it. Did you see that? It's coming. Wait, I'm one-shot the fucking Hulk. Look, the snowball is nuts. He's one-shotting everything. Look. This thing is insane. Boom. Can I get more? Oh shit. Can this boar move? Ah, I got him. He's glad, dude. Good job, boar. He kept him there, just in the path. Wow. Nuts. It's coming. What? Oh. Oh shit, it's like Belial. How much damage did they do? Well. Let's twist this again, right? No, it's a fireball. Oh. This is... Hi everyone, so you just seen all the Season 21 theme buffs and the effects, and this is what's gonna be like. I had like this little humorous introduction here, but I also want to talk about, about how it works and what I think about it. So I have to say, I'm a really big fan of the Season 19 theme. I think that was an amazing season, and I understand not everyone liked that, but I really enjoyed it for the way it changed the game, the way it changed the meta, the way you played around it, and it kind of like changed like the whole strategy for especially like solo pushing. And I think that was pretty amazing that it had like a really big impact. It was like always there, and you could choose to ignore it for like speed farming and so on, but it also changed the way that you progress through a rift and the the amount of rifts you could play when pushing. So it kept things exciting, even bad rifts, because you always had a chance. And well, everyone kind of expected something similar with this theme where you just like wait for 2 minutes and kind of like play around this entirely and then one-shot the entire screen. It's not exactly going to be like that, but the season theme still seems to be kind of like balanced to deal some noticeable damage on pushing levels. Like for speed farming, you're mostly just going to ignore this entirely, and for pushing, it's going to have an impact for sure. And it also depends on which one you get. So not all of them are equal in power. For example, the meteors, you get like, I don't know, 5 or 6 meteors or something, and that's it, and they have a really small radius. But if they hit like a truck, so you can probably like free shot in the yellow or something. And you also have this like wall of fire, which is very weak, it seems. You have the tornadoes that they might just completely destroy everything, or they might just fly off to nowhere. And then you have this snowball. The snowball is probably overall the best because you can manipulate it to kind of like bounce around against walls. And if you're like in a very tight corner, then especially with Rift Guardians, I imagine this could be very, very strong. But we'll see. You know, there might be some strategies around that where you kill the Rift Guardian with like a bouncing snowball. So this is it. You have this Breathe Lightning. That seems absolutely terrible. It does okay damage, but you have to kind of stand still and face into the enemies and not really do anything. So yeah, not gonna be that great, I think. And well, overall, the season theme is extremely passive. It doesn't really do much. It doesn't really feel great, I think. Yeah, there's maybe some ways to solve this. The thing is, it's on a 2-minute timer, and no matter what you do, you know, it doesn't go faster, it doesn't go slower, and there's also very little warning before that. So right now, what you actually have to do is you have to put up a stopwatch on your second monitor or on your whatever, and you have to keep an eye on that to actually know when it's coming. Because in the game, there's no indicator whatsoever, there's no buff, there's nothing. All you get is like this the sound and you know, the weather effect and so on. But this is, you know, when that happens, it's already way too late. You know, you need to prepare for such an effect for like, you know, a minute or maybe half a minute at least. You know, make a pull. You have to, you know, kind of see it coming. And if you don't, it's gonna be wasted. You know, if you face the wrong way and the snowball spawns, it's just gonna, you know, go somewhere and it disappears, and that's it. Or the same with the firewall. And you know, if you don't have a pull ready when the meteors come, then it's not gonna hit anything. So this is it, and this seems absolutely terrible to play around. The season 19 theme was great because you could actually manipulate it. You know, you had full control. You could drop the kill streak if you want. You could keep going to get the big effects at the end and so on. But here it's actually random which one you get. There's, you know, like this kind of like clunky, you know, like stopwatch mechanic. The funny part is it's actually 2 minutes of real time. So the thing is, when you're in a Greater Rift, for example, and you press revive at corpse, and that gives you like plus 30 seconds, that actually doesn't advance the timer. So you actually have to wait out the entire 30 seconds and then press revive at corpse. So this is a huge oversight in my opinion. Maybe like it's gonna get fixed, maybe not. But this is, you know, the meta if that stays as it is. So you know, just to be aware of, you know, what's happening. Also, for example, when you're dead on the ground, you don't get the effect. You just completely miss it. If you hit the 2-minute mark or the 4-minute mark, then yeah, and you're not in the rift or you're not alive, nothing happens. So yeah, this is also kind of pointless then. And there's like, you know, it doesn't wait for you or something. And if you have this death exactly in that moment, that's it. So yeah, and then it also depends which one you get. You know, some of them are really good, some of them pretty bad. And it's gonna be kind of weird to push at this, I have to say. I feel like there needs to be more control, and I think they are impactful enough. You know, maybe yeah, change this firewall a bit, and maybe this lightning breath and so on. But yeah, I think you can play around that. But if you have no control, you don't even know which one is coming, it seems pretty pointless. Yeah, so this is where it's at right now with the season theme. Overall, it seems very. And yeah, I hope that they can change something about this. So I would maybe give like some kind of control of you know, what's coming or when it's coming, and you know, it doesn't have to be exactly like this kill streak mechanic from before, but maybe you could kind of like maybe it could like become ready for you to use when you want it, so that you have kind of like this 2-minute cooldown, and then when you do something special, you know, press a button, press a potion, whatever, and you get the proc when you want it on demand. That might be something. And you know, maybe shorten the cooldown a bit, or maybe increase the duration of the effects and make them a little bit weaker, you know, something like that. I think right now it's just kind of like, you know, it happens every once in a while, and yeah, the only situation where it will do anything is on pushing tiers, when, you know, have like slow paced gameplay. When you're just speed running for a rift in 3 minutes, you're gonna get one proc, and that's not gonna do anything because you're, you know, way past the proc already. You know, you're just running off screen and you're gone, and the effect will just go into nowhere. So it's not gonna do anything for anyone that is like, yeah, not pushing, and even there it kind of seems yeah, very mediocre. So we really need some changes, and yeah, I don't know if you have any ideas. I don't know what to do with this, but yeah, I got some suggestions at least, and maybe we'll see some updates on the season theme. right now, kind of, ugh. So I think that, regardless of the balancing of the Demon Hunter and the Necro, all the new stuff and so on, the season theme is something that is, kind of like a staple now in Diablo 3, with the past few seasons actually having like quite an impact. And I feel like this one just won't have that. It's just going to be there, it's not really going to do much, and everyone's going to be quite disappointed with the current version of it. And you can't just buff the numbers, because it's still gonna feel underwhelming. It just kind of like happens, and sometimes you get lucky, you get like a big proc, and sometimes you get unlucky and you don't kill anything. And that's going to be very frustrating in the way it is right now as well, because of just RNG, which effect you get, and how much they hit and so on. So and not just that, but then you might also be fighting some elites that run around or teleport around. So imagine you have like a teleporter, a wasp or something, and you have to pray that it actually gets hit. Then it's just going to be kind of very underwhelming. Personally, I feel like the last few seasons have been great with how they impacted the meta or the gameplay, and this one is not like that. So we really need some update on that, some kind of control. Even the season of the Triune, where you had like these circles spawning around you, you also couldn't really decide which one you got. And in groups, you actually got like multiple circles at once, so you typically could choose which one to take. In solo, it was kind of like RNG, which one respawn, but at least you could decide, is it worth going into the circle to try to get the effect, or is it not worth? And maybe there could also be something similar like this, where you have like kind of like an active trigger. Maybe you could walk into something, there's like some kind of like effect that spawns, and then that triggers the actual season theme, like the meteors or whatever. So that could be an option, for example, where you can kind of like balance it out, between the active and the passive part of the season theme. So I don't know, but this is what it is. And I just want to show this here to give like an impression of what the season theme is, because I imagine not many people will actually play seasonal PTR, and we need something that is more exciting, I think. So just my 2 cents here. I also covered the Demon Hunter and the Necro, so go check that out if you like. And otherwise, I'm gonna be playing and streaming PTR. So there's gonna be more stuff to come, more testing. So just gonna leave you with that here for now. So hope you like this little video here. I'll see you guys next time.